Good morning. Um, what this video is going to be about today is kind of just what I am envisioned for this part of the process, which is going to be about, I'm going to do like mental health and like training videos of just on my own personal accord. I think it's like going to be the future of healthcare, where if you need advice, you can like type a symptom in and then like you get a video on how to deal with that. You could even like do subscriptions, and there are a lot of online therapy stuff right now, where you can like pay and have a therapist on your phone and things like that. So this would be like a spin on that, but it's more of like a YouTube type of thing. There's a lot of content, a lot of fast things. So I'm going to use my background in healthcare and the things that I've learned. I can also do like cancer prevention tips and things like that. I have a lot of great advice and I don't always follow it. So this is going to be like my place. I'm going to be doing like personal development training modules, like things that I have done that have worked for me that I think will also be done. And also from like a real perspective of like, I'm not like absolutely perfect, and I don't always reach all of my goals and have a real sometimes people don't always get help because they think they'll be judged, or they're not going to meet the expectation that is listed. They're not going to drink their water like you tell them to. I've sat with lots of patients and they've always go, "That's great, honey, but real life is getting in the way." So that's kind of what I wanted to do. A lot of my writing right now circulates my own health and my own mind and my own things I had to go over, and it's not something that I'm 100% ready to let people read every single word. I have to go through it, but I felt that this is something that I can go ahead and work on and also give me some excitement. I'm not going to make this video too long. I just wanted to pop on there and do that, kind of show some fun pictures of my life when I first started out. This is my oncology world. And I haven't written a whole lot in the story about my oncology world because it's like just great memories. I just touch base on it because it's a big part of my life. But that's where it all started, when I was just a medical receptionist at oncology. Recently, the um, cancer and cancer prevention is a big passion project for me because of this life. I spent my beginning of my life watching what cancer does to you. I also have my grandpa passed away of lung cancer. So then when I got into this life, I had met a lot of people, a lot of strong people who have taught me so much about life. And I wanted to remember that and kind of make sure that that part of me never really goes away. Um, So these are the girls. I want to. These are some of like my favorite pictures, and I'm gonna do stuff like this, and like this is gonna be how I document a lot of my joy. I wanted to write. I wrote about my traumas because I don't have pictures of my traumatic memories. You don't take a photo. Most of the time, all your good memories, you're like, I want to take a photo. I want to take a photo. So I thought it would be best to tell my joy memories this way, and then later on write and attach. But these photos are mixed in with the things I was going through that there aren't photos of. So that's kind of what I did here. But this girl specifically, she has a huge part of when she was my age that I am now, and I was young. So now that it's like I'm at her age, I have thought about like everything that she said, and wherever she lives in Florida now, and I want to go to Florida so bad, but my life is crazy. It's always been crazy. I miss you so much. But she was my coworker, and she always checked on, she was that friend. She always checked on me. She always made sure I had everything. So I've had so many great friends. And this is how I'm gonna like shine lights, be like, I love you wherever you are. But this was my very first desk when I was 23. It was right. I wasn't pregnant yet, but getting closer. These are just from that life, some photos. This is all of us here. This was my boss. She was like a mother to me, and this was a lead, and she taught me a lot. Jen taught me a lot. This was one of my bosses. She taught me a lot. Just all my teachers. I'm going to kind of show like who taught me, and then like what did they teach me. So I'm going to do that, and I'm sure none of them will care. Big parts of my life, and I still run into them all the time, and I love them all very, very much. This is when I was pregnant. I had a dream about Dr. Kadaker when I was at Cincinnati Children's. I was so exhausted from me and Danny had like 4 or 5 appointments in one day. He was getting better, but he still had his PICC line, and we were kind of I had scheduled everything at once while we were down there, and I had fell asleep in the car, and I had a dream about him, and I was in his waiting room. So this was the hall at Foster J. Boyd, and it like brings back so many memories. I used to, this back break room back here, I used to take walks. Like I would just like, they'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I gotta get my steps on my Fitbit up. So I would just like walk and walk and walk. And behind this glass, this is where you would get a wig. It was Look Good, Feel Good program for the cancer patients, and they would get like prosthetics, they would get wigs, they would do their makeup, and chemo will completely drain you and you lose your hair. So representatives would come in from a different organization, and they would help the patients look good, to feel good, and they would teach oncology patients on how to put makeup, which is a lot of contouring. It's stage makeup. Contouring is stage makeup. So if you're an old drama nerd, when you learn stage makeup, it's contouring. So everyone does stage makeup now. It's just so the lights, you don't get washed out. So that was what they did. And I sat at the front desk, so I would show the patients where to go, and then they would go, Stacy, look, because they see me every day. So oncology patients are different because you see them every single day. And I won't use any of their names or anything like that unless somebody reaches out and they're like, it's okay to talk about my story. But you see them every day, so you grow an attachment. So you see them every single day. So when they don't make it, it was devastating, and it would be really hard. Big reason why I don't like to go to funerals. I miss a lot of funerals, and it has a lot to do with this. It's just very hard, and usually if I lose somebody, I I I funerals are just really, really hard to go to. But that's a little bit of that. I think that's all the photos here. Well, I showed that one. All right. Thank you.